Hello. We are still in the World Cup mode and we are going to be watching the first match of the quarterfinals in the state and is between the only remaining African team, Morocco. They are going to be facing the French side, and the most interesting part of it is that it's a repeat match of what happened 4 years ago, where French kicked or eliminated Morocco from the World Cup in that year. Could it be a repeat of what happened in that time, or could it be a change of it where Morocco could make a revenge and book a spot in the semis of the World Cup 2020? They're going to be interesting because everyone is looking forward to this match because either of these teams are very decent and they have performed very well in the previous matches, making them very favorite in this position and even going further to the final of the World Cup 2026. If you go to that match, we expect that it's going to be a very tactical game where Mbappe and Dembele and Orise and the other side, that is Bakora or Due, have to make sure they have to be on the front foot, making sure they convert early enough to make that defensive attacking position, because one of the things is that Morocco side, they don't give up very easily, and they have proven beyond doubt that they can make a very very significant change in the second half and making the other teams suffer very fast. And one of them is they faced Canada in the previous match in the round of 32, and in the first half they were very poor, but when they came back in the second half they made a lot of changes and it made them easy to book the position of them in the quarterfinals. Could they do the same tactical changes and disappoint France? The same change is that France has the best, we can say they have a decent backline, that is between Kounde from Barcelona, they have Saliba from Arsenal, they have Upamecano, and these people, or these three guys, have been decent and have been playing very good football. On the midfield, Corne has been decent and have been having the good performances in that position. He has been carrying balls very easily and even making very good shots on target from a very long distance. The other side is that Dembele is sometimes becoming a threat and a very lethal tool or weapon in the French side, making them look very decent, because some of the teams have been very marking Mbappe, only to realize that Dembele can make a very big difference in that match. The most disappointing thing about it is that it has been noted that in the Moroccan side, Saibari is injured and he came out injured in the previous match and he may not be starting. We don't know if the news are credible, but it's a matter of wait and see if he's going to be starting. But regardless of that, they still have a very good team that has been decent. One of them is Hakimi, who is a backline, and doesn't matter, he's a defender. He's carrying the ball very decently from the back and all the way to the front and being a threat in the opposition box. The other side is Mazraoui. He has been very decent in defending and making every tackle count, and they don't really allow teams to get in their box very easily. You have to work extra hard. It's going to be interesting. Another thing is their what we call it, the goalkeeper Bono. Bono has been stopping a lot of shots and he has been really decent. So this, we can all say that these three, or the most goalkeepers in Africa, has been decent. One of them is Bono. The other one was Vitinha from Cape Verde. These goalkeepers have made a very significant change in their team, making them decent and going an extra mile and booking spots in this World Cup, because we are African, we are still relying on Morocco to carry the flag high. But you cannot forget that French are very decent. Another match that is going to be happening in that state, that is going to happen tomorrow, is let's see, that is Spain versus Belgium. Spain eliminated Portugal by the last minute goal where Mikel Merino was substituted, and in just 5 minutes in that match, he made a very significant change by scoring a goal that was a tiebreaker in that match. Could they do the same thing again in Belgium? But don't forget, Belgium has been decent because one of the main reasons is that they don't even start their striker, that is Lukaku. Lukaku always comes from the bench, and he has made at least 3 goals from the bench and making them decent and booking as the stage of the next stage of the World Cup. It's going to be interesting in that match. The other match we are going to be anticipating is on the Saturday is going to be Norway versus England. That is Haaland versus Hurricane. Both of these teams, or both of these players, they are still in the race of the golden boot. Who is going to be coming on the top and who is going to be making an extra goal count, that is going to be booking an extra step in their country, making sure that they book a spot in the semi-finals. It's going to be interesting to see that match is going to be interesting, because one thing is that how Norway eliminated Brazil was very interesting, and nobody actually expected that, but they managed to escape. The same thing, or the same story to England. Everyone was talking about them and Mexico. And Mexico, they played a very dirty game, to be honest, and they played, we can say, is their way of playing football, because in their home ground they made sure that they are going to be very dominant and making sure that they book it, or they book a spot in quarterfinals. That never happened. So these teams, they really deserve to be here, both of them, because of course they eliminated very decent opposition side. One of them is Brazil being knocked by Norway, and Mexico being kicked out of World Cup by England. Remember, these teams, whoever wins this one is going to be booking a spot in the semi-finals. The last match that is going to be anticipated is between the Switzerland-Argentina match. Before we go even to that match, we had a very controversial one, that is all between Argentina and Egypt, where most of the decisions, most of the referees' choices were very favoring the Argentinian side, that it even broke the internet, that FIFA or the officials were favoring Argentina to win this match. One of the things that was dominated by the news is the Egyptian manager that said that how things are going turning out, they want Argentina to win this World Cup, and everyone believes that, because of course we all watched it. And you can tell us in the comment section, did you think that Argentina were favored in that match, or they deserve to win? Because you can imagine Egypt were winning with 2-0 goals until 78 minutes, where Argentina made the changes, and they made some of the decisions made them even convert 2 goals in the 5 minutes gap, and they booked a spot in the quarterfinals. Could Switzerland make the same mistake again by scoring goals early and Argentina coming back from the back? Because what matters now is that Argentina has a decent team. We cannot dispute that, because Messi is in there, the back line is there because Martinez is there, Romero from Tottenham is there, and they still have people from the bench, that's Alvarez and Martinez from Inter Milan. All these teams, all these players have been decent. So could it be a repeat of what happened in 3 matches that have been happening between them? Because Cape Verde became a burden to Argentina, Egypt became a burden to them, and Switzerland is here, an European side. Let's see who becomes on the top of that match. Leave us in the comment section and tell us, who do you think is going to be winning or booking a spot in the semi-finals of the World Cup 2026? And see you on the next.